is up? Welcome back to our channel. Once again, it's me, RB, bro, QuickSilver 15, back with another video. And today we'll be doing a review on a sequel to the most beautiful and glorious, that's a weird mix, but it is what it is, series on Netflix. And of course, it's none other than Girl from Nowhere Season 2. And let's get it on. After the surprise hit of Girl from Nowhere Season 1, we are so happy to have Nanno back, causing trouble, dealing punishment, and bringing the carnage overall in these Thai schools, which is just super awesome. So without further ado, let's get down to our review of this season. So the premise is generally the same. From season 1, we have this mysterious girl called Nanno going from school to school, dealing punishment to naughty students and sometimes teachers and parents or whoever is being a complete a-hole in that school. And there's a lot of carnage, a lot of blood, a lot of weird stuff going on. And it's just so much fun to watch. So this series reminds me a lot of the anime called Hellgirl. If you've seen that anime, it was released like a decade ago almost. It was just actually just so dark, and you get people take. Actually, it's quite different from Girl from Nowhere in a way that Hellgirl actually gets requests to give revenge, while Nanno actually is the one seeking for these wrongdoers and extracting her revenge on them. So definitely Girl from Nowhere, still, although it follows similar themes, it's actually its own thing. But if you're into Hellgirl, then you'll definitely be into Girl from Nowhere. So since season 1, it's always been a question to what exactly Nanno is. Is she a demon? Is she a vengeful spirit? And we almost get no answer in season 1. But in season 2, we sort of get some semblance of a backstory for Nanno in the form of the character of Yuri. We get a little bit more explanation on how her power works and what she does. It's kind of a job, so maybe she is kind of a demon or a vengeful spirit. It's actually still not that clear, but we're getting crumbs of a backstory, at least in this season. So another key difference from season 1 is, again, we do have a second recurring character in the form of Yuri, and she's like the parallel of Nanno. She's kind of like a pseudo villain, although not exactly. They're actually moving towards the same goal, although I think Yuri has different ambitions in mind near the end. But yeah, she's like a pseudo villain, although I wouldn't say that Nanno is particularly the heroine of this series, because she's kind of like an anti-hero. Sometimes she's just a villain as well, which is just, she's just such a complex character. And with the introduction of the character of Yuri, I think we do get a little bit more behind the scenes, if you may. We get to see a bit more of the actual real Nanno, because now she has struggles of her own. Because before, in season 1, it's more like she's acting a role for each particular school. She's almost kind of like a different character, or acting like a particular different character in every episode, because every episode she's in a different school with interacting with different people, and she fits the role that is defined by that particular school. If that makes sense. But now, although she still does that, I think the introduction of having her own problems on a like her personal level and not just related to the school is just gives you a bit more it actually clarifies her motivations and what she wants and you know her fears and stuff like that. So now let's talk about the style of Girl From Nowhere, but it's actually kind of hard to gauge its style because apart from having different schools per episode, the different story, they do have slightly different approaches to each episode. So each episode actually has a unique shooting style. For example, we have one episode that likes a lot of rotating shots and one episode where it's black and white, and it feels like it's a mix of completely fun shooting styles or filming styles, and it works most of the time. And sometimes it misses, sometimes it feels like a particular effect is overused. But yeah, I think that's the problem with this series. I think they have different producers per episode. Actually, that's what it feels like with the different styles per episode. But yeah, again, each episode has a different story, and that's just part of the charm of this series. So each episode is like a short story on its own. So if you're comparing it to season 1, definitely I feel that season 1 was a whole lot better than season 2. Each episode of season 1 just had more impact, or it's more exciting than a lot of the episodes in season 2. Although there are some standouts, especially the first episode was just such a huge OMG moment for us. It was just so insane. But for the last episode, comparing the two last episodes of each season, season 1 was definitely the superior last episode because it was just such a gory experience. And season 2 is more of a cliffhanger, I think, for season 3. Well, it's not bad. It got us super excited for what may happen next to Nanno if they push season 3. I hope they push season 3 so they won't just leave us hanging with that the cliffhanger in the last episode. So let's talk about Yuri and Lu. Actually, not 100% sold on the character yet. But yeah, she does have an interesting role to play moving forward with the series. I think they should write more of her, although we can see how she was a pain or troublesome to Nanno, with her having her own style of doing the job of Nanno and doing the punishment, and sometimes she can be a bit hastier because Nanno likes to play like the long game and Yuri likes the results super fast, and people usually die with Yuri, although Nanno doesn't intentionally would. I think sometimes she would prefer them not to die. But yeah, Yuri's style was just a bit too hasty for her taste. And yeah, it was actually such a surprise. At the start of the series, I was like so unsure if her character would work, but sometimes it did. And at least for me, I think she could have been done a bit better. So again, comparing it to season 1, season 1 is definitely far superior, but if you're looking at the series overall, I think season 2 was just a great addition to the Girl From Nowhere mythology. It actually adds a lot more to the history or the mythology of Nanno, which was just super interesting, and we would love to see how that would move forward to the next seasons if they do push it forward. Girl From Nowhere. So we're giving Girl From Nowhere season 2 a solid 7 out of 10. It was definitely still super fun to watch, and yeah, again, having a bit of backstory or explanations of what Nanno does is just super interesting for us. So guys, what do you think of Girl from Nowhere Season 2? Did you like it? And did you think that the students got what they actually deserved? I know for some episodes they definitely did, but for some it was just actually it actually had us thinking, well, that seemed a bit over the top even for Nanno, especially the character of Jenny X. I thought she didn't actually deserve what she got, and I was actually hoping that Nanno would just kind of let her off the hook for just kind of repenting for her mistakes. But yeah, that one was actually a lot questionable, and I think that's one of the key moments of Yuri, making Nanno question her choices and her decisions on her punishment for people. And yeah, that was just such a heavy episode. So yeah, that's the end of our video, guys. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and always if you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to hit the subscribe and notification button so you'll be notified on our next videos. And once again, guys, it's me, your beautiful QuickSilver 15, signing off. See you on our next video. Peace.